Flosstube friends, this is James the Page Teacher, and welcome to Flosstube number 4. For those who are new, this video talks about cross-stitching, and for those who are returnee, welcome back and thank you very much for watching my video again. Let me greet you a Merry Christmas. You've been wondering that it's still September, but here in the Philippines, when September comes, Christmas season begins. Although in the world of Flosstube, we somehow celebrate or talk about Christmas in July, which is, yes, Christmas in July, where cross-stitchers are doing Christmas theme projects. So here in the Philippines, in September 1, we can hear on the radio as well as on the TV Christmas songs, and as well as people are starting to decorate Christmas ornaments or put up Christmas trees. So for my life update, our school administrator announced that we are encouraged to work at home for 2 weeks up to September 24, since the government announced that their public and private institutions are encouraged to make a skeletal workforce system, and people are advised to work at home since there had been a resurgence of COVID cases here in Davao City because of the Delta variant, as well as nearby cities and provinces here in our country. So right now, I think yesterday I've seen the number of new cases in the Philippines. It's setting high records, and I think I've seen that yesterday it was 26,000 new cases, and hospitals are admitting many COVID patients, and I do hope and pray that in the next 2 weeks the cases will go down and we can do the things that we do on a new normal setting for the past, I think, months. So let's go to my whips. Right now I have 9 whips. I have 9 projects, including one new start, and my whips are growing, and because of that I am thinking of what to do on how will I manage to work on those whips. Of course I want to work all of my whips in a month, so I decided to divide it. So for the first 2 weeks, so I've managed to work 5, and then the whips that I haven't worked will on the 2 weeks I'll be doing that one on the second week. So let us go now to our first project, which is my focus project. This is Mini Sunset in Venice by Dominic Davison. It is a heaven and earth design. So this is the pictures of last time you saw it, as well as the if it is finished. This is where I am right now on my Sunset in Venice project. So I managed to finish So let me just fold it in half. There. So I managed to finish the 10, 9 columns here and to here, and then I am working right now on the last 4 columns. Okay, so this is my focus piece, and my target date is I'll be finishing this project next month, October. I hope that I can finish this one. So right now, um, it has a total of 63,340 63,347 stitches, and it is now at 84.38%. So for the past, how many days have I worked this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For the past 5 days, I managed to stitch 3,590 stitches. So it is stitched on a 14 count Aida fabric and 2 over 1 full cross, and the threads that I am using are CXC. So plan for this for the next week is that I still be stitching this one for at least 5 days, and let's check if uh, what is my progress on my next Flosstube video. The second whip that I have worked on the 2 weeks is another Heaven and Earth design. It is by Aimee Stewart, and it is the chart Bird Garden, and this is what it looks like when it is finished, as well as the last time you saw it. This is where my bird garden project is right now, so I'm happy to share it with you, my progress. There. Okay, so I have a lot of a progress here on the bird garden, and it looks really beautiful, especially when it is far. But on the when you see it near, it also looks good, but there were some, of course, imperfect stitches. But well, it is very heavy confetti, especially on filling out the leaves. And I very love the background of pinks and purples. So there were no birds yet, only the vines and some flower. But on this part, okay, this is a part from a bird. If you haven't seen the mock-up of this one. So I've already have stitched how many? Let's see. 8,561 stitches, and I am now 2.45%. Okay, complete. And for the past 4 days, I have worked this one for 4 days or 4 nights. It has now, I managed to stitch 3,000. How many is that one? I think I managed to stitch at 3,000 stitches, 3,022 stitches. So it's very enjoying to stitch this project because after stitching I have seen you've seen the outcome of it, and I'm very satisfied and happy that I've stitched this project. So my plan for next week, I'll be stitching this for I think 3 to 4 days. So it depends on my mood, but uh, this is one of the projects that I love to stitch. Okay, next project is, or next whip is, um, it is from Bella Filipina Designs, designed by Aldrin J. Parilla. It is Rosa Mystica. So this is the picture of how it looks like when it is finished, and this is a picture of the last time that you saw the project. So this is how it looks like when today, as of now. So I am finished with the arc. Yay! There. So I've checked that it's correct. It's Sparrow from the other stand, and then I am next week. I'm now starting to stitch the Rosa Mystica, which is, I think I will start here because it's the nearest stitch. It's the nearest um, stitch here. So I'll be starting here. So I think I will be doing from here. I'll be stitching, sorry, from here to, so beautiful, especially the arc with the roses. So it has a metallic, I also stitch a metallic thread on this one. It's beautiful. There. So next whip is from GMC Philippines. This is Bouquet of Anemone. So this is what it looks like when it is finished. Beautiful bouquet. And this is the last time I saw it. So this is where I am right now with the project. There. Okay. So I've added this one as well as the leaves, this one, and this one also. So it's not finished yet. So that is the update of my bouquet of anemone. So next week, if I'll be trying to insert this one or to stitch this one next week, because I have another DMC project that I haven't stitched this 2 weeks. So I am planning to, after I finish this part, I'll now go to these petals where the colors are now different. It's made up of purple shades of colors. Okay, so I think I am 30% or 35% finished here. So let's see what will be the progress next week. I mean next video, I mean. My next project, my next whip is a new start. So if you have seen my previous video, I shared to you my first Mirabilia purchase, and this is Aphrodite Mermaid. So I've stitched this one on a 32 count fabric, is wide guard pre-cut fabric. The color of this fabric is stony gray. And I purchased this fabric as well as some acrylic threads on Needle Art Collection, here a local distributor here in the Philippines, and discovered that the owner of that online shop or cross stitch shop is also a FLOSSTUBER, which is X-Tin Stitch, and I'll be including her link of her channel on the description part below. And she has now 3 videos, 2 FLOSSTUBE videos and 1 Stitch With Me video. So she is stitching MIRABILIA projects as well as I think Soda Stitch projects. So go check it out on her channel. So here is my current progress of my MIRABILIA project. So if you have been there on the Instagram account, I posted my update on the Aphrodite Mermaid. So I don't know, I was excited to share it to other cross stitchers on Instagram, but here's my progress. Ta-da! There. Isn't she beautiful? So it's my first time stitching on a 32 count fabric, so I easily managed to stitch this on 1x2 full cross, but the face is 1x1 full cross, and it's so tedious. Actually, I have difficulty on stitching 1x1 because it's very small, and then the CXC thread that I am using is a bit fluffier and somehow thick, so I can see easily the holes of the fabric, but it looks good after I finished applying backstitch on her face. But there were some errors on the cheek of the mermaid, but I managed to fix it. There. So it's also the first time that I have applied backstitch, and I'm satisfied of the result. So here's the Aphrodite Mermaid. Yeah. Although the 1x1 full cross is not perfect, but it's okay when you see it on far. So let's see what will be the progress for this one next FLOSSTUBE video. So those are my whips, and now let's go to my hauls and purchases. So let me share to you on where I store my threads on my full coverage projects. So this is one of the shoe boxes that I purchased. This one. So all of the flaws of this project, I haven't yet labeled what project is this one, but I think this is the bird garden project based on the floss inside. So I've kept the floss on a Ziploc plastic floss bag and fold it in half, because if I haven't folded in half, it will fall, or it's not manageable to sort the threads. So I have 5 boxes here, and then the threads that I am using on my MIRABILIA, as well as other non full coverage projects. Let me get it first. So I put it on a plastic bag, this one, and all the floss, also the beads, are also inside the bag. I just fold the fabric when I finished working the project, and I am planning to, actually I bought online already bobbins, as well as the storage box for the bobbins, so that um, the threads are stored in a proper way, because I've uh, stored it on a plastic bag and I want it to be a bit organized. So maybe on my next video I can share it to you, the progress of how I sort my threads on my non-full coverage projects. So for these 2 weeks I haven't purchased any DMC Philippines patterns, but I have still to purchase 2 pattern series. And what is fun is that Stitching Costa Rica messaged me on Instagram as she finished watching my videos, and she noticed that I have been purchasing more DMC patterns, and it feels like I fell in a rabbit hole of DMC patterns, and I've said yes, I am. And I'm afraid, because if I haven't purchased those patterns, it will not be available or out of stock, because I've checked on the online shop that I have that I am purchasing, especially those when I set it in add to cart, there were only one item left. So that's why need I want to purchase, actually I want to purchase those patterns, because it is very good. I mean, the patterns looks good, and the paper also the paper also that the that is where the pattern was were printed, or the chart were printed, I mean, is made up of in a glossy thick paper, so it looks very clear and very good, and it's also affordable. So the patterns that I've purchased, the price ranged from 100 pesos to 150 pesos. So if it is 20 cents when it is each pattern, when it is converted into US dollars. So that's why I scheduled to purchase it every time I had my payday. So um, I can't promise to purchase more, but it is still good that Stitches Costa Rica uh, reminded me on to somehow regulate my uh, purchasing activity or purchasing patterns. So for now, I have not yet purchased those patterns. Maybe in the coming months if I have enough money to buy patterns. So speaking of patterns, this month is September sampler, and I've checked uh, the Forest Embroidery website. Actually, I am starting to love their patterns, and I'm starting to love samplers. So even if I like to purchase a long dog sampler, but because I've discovered and seen the owl forest uh, patterns, I guess I'll be starting some of their patterns. So I managed to purchase two patterns, and these are the finished when it these are the pictures when it is finished. And also I have downloaded their free charts. So these are the free charts. So for the next 2 weeks, I think I'm going to start one of the Forest samplers that I purchased. And as you've noticed that I love birds and flowers. And I also would like to purchase more patterns that have different themes. So those are my purchased patterns, and I want to share to you that my channel has reached 200, more than 200 subscribers. Thank you very much for those who have subscribed my channel, and also thank you for the comments as well as the likes on my videos. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. So I'll be striving to create more content, and in the future maybe I'll be making Stitch with Me videos, but I'll just try I'll do a what's this trial on a Stitch with Me video so that I can have videos every week. So I think that's it. Thank you very much for watching my video, and please like my video, hit the notification bell as well as the subscribe button. Thank you very much, and see you next FlosStube video update, and Merry Christmas and happy stitching everyone.